Happy Friday, gang, and welcome to this week's edition of SEV. All right, guys, this week's question actually comes from our response page. We have a Google Doc that will be in the description of this video where you can submit your own questions to our weekly Q&A video series here called Hey Sev. And this is our first question coming off of that submission page. So thank you to the submitters. The question that we are answering today is, how do you manage time? And the short and simple one-word answer of that is poorly. I'm very bad at managing time. I've always been bad at time management. I've always taken on too much to actually reasonably be able to get done. That's always been a major struggle of mine. But the theory that I'm putting together, the theory that I've been putting together over the past couple of weeks, the past couple of months and years, especially through the pandemic where I've had a lot of time for self-reflection, is prioritization and really just deciding what's important to you. That really is what it boils down to. So for an example, I started streaming back last August, and at that point I still didn't have a job, so I was streaming really regularly. I was not spending a lot of time with my friends and family. Ended up hanging out with a single individual pretty frequently a couple months after that. And it all kind of melded together in a way that was not sustainable because I had too many responsibilities, too many people that I wanted to spend time with, and too many places to be at once. And what I ended up feeling really regularly was the sensation that I couldn't fulfill any of my responsibilities, and I couldn't give the kind of time to what eventually would become my job, who would eventually become my significant other and my family, the way that I wanted to. And that drove a need for prioritization. Last month, I set up a new stream schedule for myself where I only stream once a week, every Friday. Didn't eradicate it completely, even though that was an option in my head, because it meant something to me and I assigned value to the time that I spent on stream. So I said, this has value to me. I need at least a little bit of time in it. My significant other obviously holds a lot of value in time. My friends and my family hold a lot of value of my time. My job, obviously, a significant amount of time and value. Things that I can't give up because I wouldn't be okay with giving it up. So holding myself accountable to that time, holding myself accountable to the value that those things and those people hold to me, guided a schedule, guided a decision-making process, which led to me streaming once a week, going and visiting with my significant other a couple of times a week, stopping by and seeing my family at least once a week, and fitting that around the job schedule that I had. And it's tough. And at the end of the day, I think really how do you manage time is you kind of have to, depending on where you are in your life, put your nose down to the grindstone and say, this is when I'm going to be doing this thing. This is when I'm going to work. This is when I'm hanging out with this person. And then when you're there doing that thing, not being with my significant other and on my phone doing Heathens work even whenever possible, not going to work and doing Heathens work, not going to work and texting with my friends and my family. Go to the thing that you're doing, X. Invest your time, invest your energy, and when it's time to go do something else, go do something else. So to kind of wrap that all up into a shorter form response, how do you manage time? I would say you decide what's important to you. You decide when you're going to do each of these things in your life that's important to you, and when you're there, you commit yourself to those things. And whenever it's possible, don't deviate from it. It makes the time that you spend in each of those responsibilities in your life more meaningful, more impactful, and in the long run, more important. And that's been my experience so far. So I hope that answers the question in a way that's meaningful to you, the asker. Thank you so much for asking that question. It's anonymous. All of our responses in that the Google Doc called Hey Seb question submission, which again is going to be in the description of the video below, are anonymous. So please ask a question, leave your name in with your question if you'd like your name to be up on the video. And we'll see you next week, guys. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon.